that as you know that every year income tax department they make special arrangement for acceptance of the returns because the last day is 31st July of every year, and generally there is a heavy rush towards the end. So to cope up with that rush, we have made a special arrangement. I'll just briefly mention about the arrangements we have made. That we have made special arrangements for the receipt from the taxpayers during the last week of July, that is the current week, and we have got that ASK, that Ayakar Seva Kendra. That center has been established here on 30th April 2012. One is at IT Tower here, this building. The other one is at Ayakar Bhavan. All the income tax returns from the taxpayers are being received through these ASK centers only. And for speedy receipt of returns from the taxpayers, the department has arranged 12 special counters for verification of the preliminary details like PAN, assessing officer's code, and 12 more special counters for the receipt of returns at Ayakar Bhavan, apart from the existing ones at ASK. You know, this preliminary verification of preliminary details like PAN, AO code, they are very important. If it goes wrong, then the processing will not be possible. So, in view of this unexpected rush, special counters we have also set up exclusively for the senior citizens, for the women, and for the physically challenged taxpayers. And in the Ayakar Bhavan we have arranged tents, and keeping in view that of the ensuing rains, and this TRP, that is tax return preparers, are also available near the centers, so they will help the assessees to prepare the return in filling of the ITRs, after which they can file it so that it will be error free as far as possible. And for the last few days, that is 23rd, 24th, 25th, we have been receiving 6,000 approximately on 23rd, 4,000 approximately on 24th, and on 25th we have received approximately 4,000. Then on behalf of the department, we advise the taxpayers that to ensure speedy processing and accordingly speedy refunds, the following precautions they should take. That they should quote their PAN correctly, because PAN is the link, and if PAN is corrected incorrectly, then everything will go, it will be very difficult and refunds will not come. So before filing, they should check the PAN, whatever PAN is there in their PAN card, same is correctly written in the tax return. Then the bank account number, bank gives a MICR code. Nowadays it is all electronically transmitted, so that MICR code should be written correctly. That code is not correctly quoted, it will go to some other, it may not go, it will go to some other bank. And they should know that all the refunds below 25,000, they will be credited directly to the bank account of the assessee. So they need not come to the department, they need not feel the harassment of coming to the department or approaching the income tax official. So it will be directed, it will be credited directly to their bank account. And therefore giving the correct bank account is very important. Then they should also ensure that the schedules attached to the return, like Schedule 1 IT, Schedule TDS 1 and TDS 2, there which are given in page 2, they are also correctly filled up. And people normally, the tendency is that they wait till the last moment, but our request will be there, our appeal is that instead of waiting for the last moment, they should file before that, so that rush will not be there in the last moment, and the avoidable inconvenience can be avoided.